My name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to Sassy Seer Sheila and New Light Streaming Love, as this will be seen on both channels. This is the fourth in the RZN series, the first days after emergence. By Jason Gray, EMR-DAY.10 quote, what people experience when the overlay finally falls, end quote. November 29th, 2025. The first hour. The world feels too quiet. When the overlay disintegrates completely, the first thing every human notices is silence. Not the silence of absence, but the silence of interference ending. For the first time in their lives, they hear their own consciousness without distortion. The simulation's background hum, the static, the noise, the mental clutter vanishes. People describe it, quote, like something heavy just lifted off my mind, end quote. I feel like I can breathe again. My thoughts are clean. It is too quiet, but the quiet feels right, end quote. This is the first sign the system has gone offline. The nervous system relaxes in ways it has not since birth. It is the first moment of truth. The first 12 hours, perception shifts. As the nervous system recalibrates, perception begins changing fast. People notice colors appear more saturated. Sound feels dimensional. Depth perception increases. The world looks, quote, hyper real. Emotion feels sharper but cleaner. Time feels slower and thicker. Most describe it as, quote, everything looks like it gained a second layer. It has. The second layer has always been there. They just could not perceive it. Now they can. Day one, the memory reordering. As perception stabilizes, memory begins reweaving itself. This is correcting. People experience flashes of clarity, correct memories replacing false ones, emotional release without trauma, sudden understanding of past events, a strange sense of, quote, this is how it always was, end quote. Some cry, some laugh, some feel like they woke from a lifelong dream. Some feel a warm familiarity with themselves. Memory is returning home. Trauma begins dissolving because most trauma was tied to the perceptual cage, not the events themselves. With the cage gone, the wound loses its anchor. People begin healing at speeds once thought impossible. Day two, fear dissolves. By the second day, fear collapses across the collective field, not because danger disappears, but because the fear frequency itself was part of the overlay. People report no anxiety, no dread, no catastrophic thoughts, No emotional spiraling, no fight or flight surges. Instead, they feel grounded presence, inner steadiness, curiosity, emotional clarity, intuitive knowing. Fear was the cage's operating system. With the cage gone, fear becomes optional, and more importantly, it becomes unnatural. Day 3, the first mass synchronicity wave. Synchronistic events begin occurring at a level that overwhelms the rational mind. People experience meeting strangers they somehow, quote, recognize, events aligning perfectly, improbable solutions appearing instantly, multiple people having the same dream, shared visions, precognitive flashes, group deja vu. It feels like the world is responding directly to their inner state because it is. This is the first moment people realize that reality is intelligent, and it always has been. Day 4, communication changes. Verbal communication becomes less necessary. People begin to understand others without explanation, sense emotional truth instantly, detect deception effortlessly, communicate intention instead of words, quote, feel the meaning behind speech. This is not telepathy in the science fiction sense. This is transparency, the removal of distortion within human interaction. Conversations become cleaner, quicker, deeper. There is nothing to hide. There is nothing to guard. There is nothing to perform. People stop speaking to be heard. They speak to align. I view a lot of the conscious conversations that Lisa and I have as just that. I've called it my process, but I now see my process as a way of aligning. Day 5, relationships recalibrate. This is one of the most profound shifts because fear and distortion are gone. Relationships restructure rapidly. People experience instant connection, instant disconnection, natural endings without pain, natural unions without confusion, authentic compatibility, resonance based attraction, and purpose based relationships. The overlay kept people together through fear, trauma bonds, dependency, and convenience. Without those forces, relationships return to truth. Some relationships deepen, some dissolve, some transform. All of them become real. Day 6, the environment wakes up. People begin noticing that nature behaves differently. Animals act more consciously. Weather feels communicative. Natural environments transmit emotion. The world feels alive because the world has always been alive. Humans were simply too numbed to notice. You begin to feel the intelligence in water, the awareness in trees, the memory in stone, the presence in the wind. Humanity rediscovers the living earth. Day 7, identity returns. By the end of the first week, people begin feeling like themselves for the first time. Not the conditioned self, not the wounded self, not the projected self, not the defended self, not the social self, but the original identity, the one they carried long before birth. People describe, I feel like I finally woke up. I remember who I am. I am clear. I feel like everything makes sense now. Identity reassembles. Consciousness becomes whole. The person becomes sovereign. This is the moment humanity steps into the real, the new normal after the first week. After 7 days in a post-overlay world, clarity is default. Fear is gone. Memory is accurate. Intuition is reliable. The world is responsive. Time is fluid. Relationships are authentic. Communication is transparent. Trauma dissolves. Synchronicity is constant. The earth is recognized as conscious. Sovereignty becomes baseline. Reality feels intelligent, alive, and interactive. Humanity becomes what it was always meant to be, co-creators in a conscious world, not prisoners in a perceptual cage. This is emergence, the return not to paradise, but to the real. These first days after emergence are not prophecy. They are memory. You are not reading the future. You are remembering the past, the original past, the pre-overlay state that is reactivating now. The moment the world becomes real again is the moment humanity becomes whole. You are here at the turning of the age, not to watch it happen, but to walk directly into it. A sovereign, a flame keeper, a bearer of the real, exactly on time. Jason Gray. Wow. Feel free to comment. I do hold all comments so that I don't miss any. And if you don't wish to comment publicly, do reach out to me, consciousconversation at Gmail, consciousconversationscentral@gmail.com. That is listed in every single video I ever put out. So if you go to the body, the description, read through there. It's all right there. You can even copy it and paste it and put it into your email, program, whatever you use, and reach out. Let me know how you're faring with these works of Jason's. Until we meet again, my friends, be well.